This is the Doyle Premium Ratcheting Tubing Bender Set. Goes from 1/4 inch to 7/8. I just picked this up at Harbor Freight. I asked you guys what you wanted me to talk about on the show as far as tools. I have a particular niche of tools that I like from Harbor Freight, and they came out with this tubing bender. It seemed like a perfect topic for discussion. This is the first time that I'm opening the bender up. Doyle, nice little sticker on the front, decent case. This is a case. This isn't Pelican or anything like that. This is nice though. It's nice that it has a case. Part number 58674, genuine quality. You know what? Harbor Freight always has a great way of picking very American sounding names for their tools. They don't even hide it at all. From Chicago to Bauer, Hercules, although Hercules was a god, and well, you know, at least for Chicago and Pittsburgh. First impressions, very CPS-like, has the multicolored dies. We have, they are metal, color coded, very lightweight, and see it's hollow here and here, all the way down to 1/4. Although if you're doing 1/4, I think you'd be much better off with a 3-in-1 tubing bender like the one I'm going to picture on the screen here. We have the reverse bending attachments. As you see, we have our 3/4, and you see you turn these and you use this same side for 1/4 inch, 5/16, and 3/8 inch, 7/8 inch, and 1/2 inch, and 5/8 of an inch. We put our piece on here, screw it in. There's nothing written on the outside of these. Size is actually stamped here on the inside, 7/8. We'd adjust these around to 7/8 and then tighten up like so. There we are. Interesting. It's hard to get the die off. Starts pulling it, and maybe there's a better way to do that. Maybe I should read the instructions. But there's no other levers on this thing, so I feel like no instructions are necessary. Here, this is either 1/2 inch or 5/8. I do believe I'm dealing with 5/8 right here. Looks like I am. I'm gonna operate as if I am. All right, there's a 5/8 die. We're gonna turn it to where it says 1/2 inch or 5/8. There we are. Let's see. Let's just see how it does. That's as far as it goes. And it does come out. There's a slight bit of rippling on the inside. Sometimes some of the benders tend to ripple it a little bit. That's not exactly 90 degrees. So again, I'll make sure I'm doing everything right here, because maybe I've got an issue. Maybe I need to slide this thing down. And that's, yeah, I see what I'm doing wrong here. Even before I read the instructions, these things slide. Interesting. That's what I was missing there. So we can set it on 5/8, because we want that 90 degree. Oops. Live and learn. Read the instruction first, bruh. But I have it set up, I think, properly. We'll try this now. I want to show you guys right here. That's our 90 degree mark. Let's see. Let's see if I'm 1 click away here. So it hits right on the mark. That is definitely more like a 90. We still have that rippling on the inside, but definitely more like a 90 right there. So that's a comparison between this one and the first one. You can see that there's a significant difference. That's why some of the other benders have 2 bars. One for the smaller sizes, one for the larger sizes. I have some 3/4 copper right here. We'll set everything up for 3/4. I'm gonna loosen these bad boys up. I'm gonna slide them over to 3/4 town. There we go, tighten it down. I was wondering, rotate it around to 3/4. Do the same thing on the other side. Slide it on down, tighten it up, rotate it over to 3/4. Take this die out. I think we should be green with the 3/4, and we are. We're gonna go green, guys. Good one, Zach. All right, let's see if we get to that 90-degree mark again. I don't think most folks will be doing this with one hand, so I can tell you that much. Takes some muscle, more muscle than I recall the others using. Of course, I might have got weaker in my old age. That looks like a pretty good 90-degree. A little bit of rippling, maybe not as bad as the 5/8. Maybe about the same. You guys can be the judge. Let's try out the reverse bending mandrel now. We'll see how this sucker goes on. See if I can do it just from memory. So this part is gonna go right here. Don't look at the instructions, Zach. That's cheating. That makes you a sissy. All right, so we'll have this attachment here, a reverse of the other one. Of course, this comes in real handy if you're in a limited space. We can leave it on 3/4. We'll put the die in here. And there's a little detent right there that slides on, that locks your die into place, which is nice. Because if y'all remember, some of the old ones, like the Yellow Jacket plastic one, not the newest one, but the one before, they would always come off and stick on instead of staying mounted in position. So this is what it looks like when you have the reverse bending mandrel in place. And it's nice that this set at $129 includes reverse bending mandrel. That's exceptional. That's really good. Some of the sets, they cost up to like $70 or $80 more for buying the reverse bending mandrel. So that's a nice deal. So if you had like a line running there, you could slide it over like this. Get your reverse bending mandrel in position. Make sure we have our 3/4. You always want to make sure you have these, I'll call them feet, these feet sitting in place. Sometimes your copper gets bent and you might have to bend it back into a straight line a little bit, because it'll actually come off of these either way and cause a mishap. We don't want that. We don't want any mishaps out there in the field, guys. All right, so let's try this again, except with the reverse bender. We'll try with one arm. I don't think I can do this with one arm. It's a pain. Looks like I'm about to get it. Let's see here. One more to 90. Oh, I got it. That's a workout right there. As you guys can see, I actually did get it into the 90-degree position. Now let's see if it's actually 90 degrees. It does look like 90 degrees, or maybe a little bit shy of 90 degrees even. Still has the same ripple. It does look a little bit more pronounced than on the previous bends, so be wary of that. That is kind of significant right there. That's a, yeah. For inquiring minds, the length with the reverse bending mandrel is right at 16 inches long. The width, which is going to be the width on this particular arm, is 8 inches. That might grow old after a while. Setting it up just like you would for a normal bend. The width is still going to be 8 inches, but it'll be shorter at about just shy of 13 inches. The weight is 3 pounds, 10.1 ounces, and the reverse bending mandrel is going to add just about a pound, 4 pounds, 8.2 ounces, and that'll vary slightly depending on which die you have in there. I have a very common 3/4 in there. So in my personal opinion, I think it's a good value at $130, but isn't quite as smooth and easy to work with as some of our more familiar brands. As you can see, whenever something gets mounted here, whether it be one of the dies or the reverse bending mandrel, it gets kind of lodged on there and you have to tap it off with a hammer. Not the end of the world, but it's gonna get kind of old after a while. You do have to adjust these instead of having a second arm, which is kind of good and bad at the same time. Got to remember to adjust these, and you also don't have to have that second arm. So overall, I think if you were getting into the trade without seeing extended reliability out of this thing, meaning this is just the first time out of the box, I don't know if on day 4 it would have broken half, but it seems like it's built solid enough, and it seems like a good value, especially as a first bender to get you started. There's definitely more smooth options out there. Like if I was in the field still, own my own company doing service calls every day, I may just spend a few more dollars and get Yellow Jacket or Hillmore or CPS, something like that, instead of one of these. The fact that it comes with the reverse bending mandrel at $130 is outstanding. And that's so outstanding, it almost makes you want to just get this one because of the value of it. It's just a matter of how many times it's going to get lodged. You got to tap it with the hammer. It's a matter of how annoying it can be over time. That's basically what it is. And it may be not bad at all. Who knows? There is a 90-day warranty on this particular device, which isn't great at all. And maybe that's why you're saving a little bit of money, like buying a Bauer tool instead of a Hercules. Bauer tools have a 90-day warranty. You have to buy a warranty. So I don't know if there's a warranty you can buy for this. There probably is, but I don't know, guys. It's up to you. What do you think? Put it in the comments. If you're doing a live chat right now, put it in the live chat. If you're doing comments on a video after the live stream, would you buy it? Would you not buy it? And I'll see you on the next one. Wake up, all my summer friends.